What is going on? Good morning, YouTube. Got some NBA player props going to look at on Prize Picks for today's slate. Got about 4 or 5 games lined up. Should be some pretty good ones here. First one we're going to look at is we're going to take Cooper Flagg's Goblin of over 1.5 blocks and steals. Now this is at -150. That's why it's obviously a Goblin, but we're looking at pretty good odds here on this still. We are going to give out 3 picks, so 2 of them. This is the only Goblin that we'll be looking at. But when we look at Cooper Flag here, he has played 25 games this year. And he's only missed 1 game from Mavs, but 25 games this year. And only 6 of those did he have just 1 blocker steal combined, right? And in only 3 of those, he had 0. So that leaves the other 16 that he does go over this mark. On the year, he's averaging 2 per game. Now we go up against Utah. Obviously, we look at head-to-head matchups. We don't have any receipts yet against Utah, but Utah is giving up 2.7, so almost 3 blocks and steals per game to guards. And now we get a guard who's 6'9". So I like our odds on clearing that average there for blocks and steals here. So that'll be pick number one. Obviously, we should expect 30 plus minutes. This should be a pretty good game. I feel like they're about on the same page as each other. So that'll be pick number one, is Cooper Flag over 1.5 blocks and steals. Pick number two that we're going to be looking at is going to be Tyler Herro, over 24.5 points and assists. Now, this one is more of a hot take. The numbers don't really favor this one. But lately, everything that the numbers favor hasn't been hitting for me anyways. So something's got to give here. Got to switch it up. Now, he has only played 6 games this year and has only cleared this line twice this season, right? This is his whole season that we're looking at right here. Only cleared this line twice. And to be honest, here lately, I like this better than if these were all hitting and then we just ride the wagon, right? So I like this. It's kind of pulling this line down a little bit. If you were to go and take this number last year, you would laugh at it. Just because of what it is that we're looking at. We're going to pull this down to 24.5. So he's only played 6 games, only cleared this twice. His points and PR have a much better hit rate, but when we look at Toronto defensively, they have not. The assist is what they lack in the most, right? That's what they're allowing the most of against these guards. They're top 8 in both rebounds and points allowed. Now you kind of just have to, he's going to get his points. He's going to shoot the rock, right? So I know his points is a pretty favorable pick right now. Just not. I feel like points and assists. I just feel like it's going to sneak in there this week. But they are bottom 6 in assists allowed. His history against Toronto is really good for this in particular prop. We take a look at his head-to-heads. He does clear in his last 5 straight against Toronto, averaging 31 points and assists. And I believe 4 of these, four of these were last year, all in one season. So it's not like this is like a 4-year span that we're looking at here. These last 4 matchups are just last year, and he's averaging 31 points and assists against them. Playing at home tonight, all the numbers look even better for him at home. So give me the over on Tyler Herro, finally, getting back on track with his PA. Now, pick number 3 that we're going to be looking at. This one is kind of more of a numbers game, but Chris Dunn for the Clippers, shooting guard for the Clippers. We're going to be looking at under 3.5 assists here for Chris Dunn. Now, this season, he has hit this under 17 of 25 games, right? So there's a few times here, 8 times he goes over, 17 times he goes under. Going against Memphis tonight, that is a 68% hit rate for us. His career versus Memphis only goes over this 1 time, right? So that's good. We're taking this under 3.5. When we look at his career versus Memphis, only goes over this 1 time back in February last season. And these last 2 games are this year. He's played them twice this year, has yet to go over. The most he got was 3, and then 1 back in November. Now, I understand that Zach Edey is out tonight. It's still not a matchup that I absolutely love for him to get 4 assists, right? I just see us kind of bunking down around 2 or 3. He's only seeing an average of 3.2 potential assists per game. So you can see, 5.2 potential assists per game. So we're asking him to cash in on 4 of those. He's only averaging 2.8 assists per game. So again, we're asking this to almost go up double, right? So these are just numbers that I'm not absolutely in love with here for him tonight. And again, they are playing at home, but you still got Jaron Jackson, Santi Aldama, who are minute monsters, and these guys are going to, they're pretty good defensively. This shouldn't be another pretty good matchup, but 227.5 over under isn't very high. I don't see a ton of assists coming, period, really. See, they're two highest minute guys, Santi Aldama and Jaron Jackson. This is just going to be a bit of a tougher matchup. Good game, but tougher matchup. I think he continues this trend that he has on struggling with these assists here lately. So that will be the three picks that we're looking at. Give me Cooper Flag over 1.5 blocks and steals, Tyler Harrow at least 25 PA, and Chris Dunn. We're keeping